All right. Gervonta Tank Davis is saying that he met with Al Haymon and he lays out a ludicrously high amount of money that he believes he is going to make this year. This is the Mayweather blueprint 100%. I ain't buying it. Love Gervonta Davis as a fighter, but not quite buying it. Let's talk about what the WBA regular lightweight champion says about his pocketbooks in the year 2020. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell icon. Also, thank you so much to everybody that joined in the channel, all of the really diehard members to the LDBC who have joined the channel. Thank you guys so much. We're going to use that money for a specific purpose. Also, I want to say thank you very much to everybody that supports on the Patreon. We got new stuff coming out that just came out on the Patreon. Check it out. One is Gervonta Davis and the cost of early success. It is a life lesson along with the boxing conversation I think that you'll enjoy. So go check it out on Patreon. If you're a Patreon, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, thank you to everybody that supports the centerpiece of this channel, which is OG Boxing Talk on Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with my co-host Blood Boxing and the rest of the people on the panel. Let's get to this, man. Gervonta Davis says that he's gonna make $60 million in the year 2020. $20 million. He also threatens to slap Tevin Farmer. That slap Tevin Farmer is funny to me, man, because I would love to see a Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Davis fight, man. If Gervonta Davis can go down to 130 pounds, would love to see it. Thought that fight should have happened at 130, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen, and it is what it is. But Gervonta Davis saying that he's going to make $60 million in a year reminds me of Adrian Bronner, when Adrian Bronner said he talked to Mayweather and he was going to be making $10 million a fight. Everybody thought that was crazy until he fought a Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view and more than likely got that much money, you know? So it was like, and I don't think he's not fought since. He said, I'm retired, screw boxing. Yeah, because the last fight he had was a big pay-per-view show with Manny Pacquiao. So Adrian Bronner, I think, probably came satisfied, or at least realized what he believed, what he said came to fruition. Man, excuse me today. What he said came to fruition, or more than likely came to fruition, right? And I don't underestimate anything when it comes to these PBC cats and the money that they make, because, man, they got a nice little racket going on over there with that dough. But $60 million for Gervonta Davis, that, my friend, seems like a tremendous stretch. I cannot fathom that, okay? Because I don't believe that Errol Spence Jr. made $60 million, excuse me. I don't think that Errol Spence Jr. made $60 million last year, and he fought 2 pay-per-views. One was with Mikey Garcia, and the second one was with Sean Porter. They both did very well, and I don't think he made $60 million in that year. I have no clue how Tank Davis can do that. Deontay Wilder fought on a pay-per-view and they said that he was guaranteed with Luis Ortiz. Yeah, the Luis Ortiz, he was guaranteed something like $20 million. Before that, he made a good amount of money. I think Deontay Wilder is going to probably wind up walking out of 2019 with somewhere around $40 million, something like that, and at least in purses. So to have Gervonta Davis do more than that, who is he going to do that against, man? I cannot see that. But I don't really believe that that's the reason that he said it. I don't believe that what Gervonta Davis was doing was really telling you how much money he was going to make. I think he was pulling a Tyson Fury there and selling the idea of success. that is, or a Tyson Fury with that whole $100 million contract that he got from ESPN that Bob Aaron was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's some BS, right? But also the Floyd Mayweather, and obviously because he's with Mayweather Promotions, that type of selling your success type of thing, right? Or an AJ does that as well. They're always, if you go to, when AJ was a big thing, yeah, I'm rubbing it in the AJ fans' faces because y'all were some of the biggest jerks I've ever met in my life, man. Ever had boxing conversations with. Just completely out of sorts. But, you would go to and read articles about Anthony Joshua, and every other article was about his lifestyle, or was about how much money he made, or is about how many people went to see him fight. And, when they keep repeating that over and over and over again, obviously they think that it is, they being the media people and the marketing agency that worked and is pushing this, they think it's important for you to know how much money he's making. Because as a very wise man once told me, people are attracted to success. So, dress for success. People go to boxing matches with a lot of diamonds on, man. You see these guys from halfway across the room, and they're like, look, man, people like to be around people that they think are doing well. That's actually 78 Sports TV that said that to me, man, because I was like, man, why do these people wear all this stuff? Because that's just not me. I've always been a very, very underspoken guy as far as like my dress and the things that, and talking about what I do or what I've done, except for when it comes to one area. One area I will talk a lot of shit about. But, that's just because that's the most fun area in life. But clearly, or at least what I believe is that Tank Davis is doing that with this $60 million thing, right? Just saying, look, man, I am going to be so successful this year that you want to come along for the ride with me. You want to come along for the ride with me. This is kind of like like the ultimate self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I am great, so consequently come to me, support me, and when you support me, I will become great, right? So I say I'm great, you believe I'm great, so you support me because I'm great, and as a result of you supporting me, I become great. And it just rolls over and over and over again, man. And people start feeling like they're successful because of how much money you make, and just really try to get along, for the vicarious satisfaction of you being successful. And I think that's pretty much all that is with Gervonta Davis. Now, the fact that the guy's going to be a very wealthy young man, I have no doubt about that at all. He is, selling out stadiums or filling stadiums up, 4 different stadiums, and they're all in different areas of the country. Clearly there's something about this guy, man, that people are, that people are attracted to, not the least of which are his excellent, is I believe to be his exciting electric performances, right? I have never seen a Gervonta Davis fight where I was not thoroughly engaged in the fight, and where the outcome was not a fantastic outcome for Gervonta Davis. And that includes the Yuriokas Gamboa thing, man. I think there's so many people who are trying to find something negative about Gervonta Davis in that fight. Now, there are things definitely that went wrong in that fight, like the fact that he came in overweight for the first weigh-in and it took him a second time to weigh in. The fact that, I can't say anything really wrong with the fight. I guess people say that he looked like he was a little gassed, but shoot, when was the last time he went 11 rounds? When was the last time he went that long, man? He's not used to fighting that long. He's used to getting guys out of there. But it was probably a good thing that he got the round, so now he can feel like, oh man, I got to make sure that I get in better shape so that I can really keep all of my energy through the 12th round, right? Now he's done that. He'll probably be a better fighter. He'll probably be a better fighter for it. But, a $60 million fighter this year, I don't see it. And he's a lightweight too. Like, who could he fight? You know what I mean? Who could he fight? Unless he did this, what? Is he going to go to Saudi Arabia? He got some sheik want to drop $20 million, $30 million on him to fight in his living room against somebody, right? To enter a battle royale in Saudi Arabia. I just, it's really hard for me to get my head. It's very hard for me to get my head around around that notion. But I really do wish him the best. Now, as far the last thing I want to say about Gervonta Davis is for the Patreons, I put up a video talking about Gervonta Davis and talking about Gervonta Davis in this context, like the risk of being too successful early or having success come to you too easily. And how, everybody in life needs to overcome overcome challenges. And it's because if you don't overcome small challenges, you're going to have a harder time learning to overcome harder challenges, right? And I just think that I talk about that as far as life lessons that for all of us, for younger men, younger women, and people my age, people older than me that, feel like, there's always some problem or some struggle that you have to go through. I talk about that along with Gervonta Davis. And what I'm hoping that Gervonta Davis gets is that, because he's been such a privileged young boxer, and I make the argument in that video that, he doesn't have to overcome, and he didn't face some of the challenges that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had that really did buoy and support Floyd Mayweather Jr. and help him along towards his success, later on in his career. But anyway, that's my thing on Gervonta Davis. I don't believe the $60 million. Let me know what you think in the comment section. With that, I'm out. Peace.